Welcome to Canatara Park. These stone pillars once stood as the gates to the city. They were moved to this location in 1952 after city boundaries changed. Canatara is the largest and most well-known park in the city. It sits on 184 acres of lakefront property. In 1932, Maud Hanna, widow of Imperial Oil President W.J. Hanna, donated a large amount of money towards the purchase of the land. She wanted a waterfront park that all families could freely enjoy a day in the fresh air. She chose the name Canatara, which is Ojibwe for blue water. There are several nature trails, including this one, through the 22-acre woodlot, commonly referred to as Tarzan Land. Don't ask me why. That's a mystery. This lookout is a great place to view Lake Chivigan from the south end. It also provides a nice backdrop for pictures up here. And you can see one of the nature trails that wraps around the lake. And there's another view from this accessible level. This is the Seaway Kiwanis Pavilion. It was built in 2006 to accommodate weddings and other outdoor functions for up to 150 people from May to October, weather permitting. More information can be found online about booking and rental. And it has an outdoor fireplace. There's a pathway of memorial stones along here. And at the far end of the path there is a brick that explains how to order one of the memorial bricks. And another view of the pavilion. There's an order information there. A 200-year-old log cabin was moved to the site in 1971. Last year it was moved to a heritage site, and a similar building was constructed for an information and education center. And this one's more accessible. And there are plenty of Canada geese around here. The water level's very low. The waterfall's not even working. Now, the animal farm has been here since 1964, and it's supported both by the city and the Kiwanis Club. There's some sheep and a few goats over here. That round blob is a sheep. Don't feed the animals. You used to be able to bring fruits and vegetables in to share with the animals, but they discourage it anymore. It's a shame. There's usually a lot more people, a lot more animals, but with the way things have been the last year, there's been a decrease. Probably more animals have been sent back to local farms for now. And here are some chickens and various types of ducks, and one large, beautiful peacock. Let's see if I can get a good picture of him. I know it's hard to see through the mesh here, but they've had to put pens up like this to protect our animals because we've had issues with vandalism and some animals being harmed. Now is this guy going to turn around so we can get a good look at him? There we go. I hope you can see him. Don't usually get to see him with his tail up. This area over here used to be where most of the ducks and geese would hang out, but I think with the water level being so low, it's not good for them. There's no way where they could swim around. We used to swim down this little creek here, but it's completely dried up. It's usually a foot or two deep. There's nobody in this pen. There used to be several cows and sheep and pigs, donkeys. There's one lonely cow. And a couple little ponies. And a lonely alpaca. And here's a few goats. It used to be cool in the spring. You could see the goats having their babies. They'd have them in the barn. But I believe the barn's being kept closed up for the last year or so. There's a few there. And there's a couple more over here. Usually in the barn there was bunnies and guinea pigs, etc. And back across the bridge here, this is a carriage house. I'm not sure what they've done with it over the last year, but it used to have picnic tables in there so you could have a nice shaded picnic. A charging station there for wheelchairs. And the same with this barn here. It was a covered area for picnic tables. There's a playground there. And this building is where they keep the Canatara Choo-Choo, which is a miniature train that takes children for train rides. And I'm not sure how much they're using it lately. Let's see if we can see it inside. Oh, it's there, but not very easy to see. And those hills in the distance is a BMX track. This section of the beach is a guarded section. There's a couple lifeguards on duty. From this beach down to the west end of the park, there is a large unguarded beach. This beach is one of only 27 beaches in Canada to earn blue flag status. There's a large amount of parking. And usually there's some type of food truck. One over there. Here's a band pavilion. They've had different concerts or music performances there. And a large covered picnic pavilion where you can actually rent for special occasions. There's a bathroom change area. And it has a couple outdoor showers so you can wash the sand off. You can see the blue mat in the distance makes it more accessible on the beach. We've got lots of dune grass to help with erosion. A beautiful view of the blue water. And off to the far west of this beach here, you can see it. Off to the far west, which is that direction, there is a sunken wreck of the Gladstone. I'll put a link in the comments for more info. That's a path to the pavilion. There's another view of the band shell. And there's plenty of picnic tables scattered around the park as well, where you can enjoy a picnic lunch, socially distanced even. There's a accessible playground off in the distance there, and another huge covered pavilion, and a few other picnic areas that can be rented for special occasions, or just used by anybody. And a huge field, which is usually filled with different food vendors for Canada Day. And there's a small part. Here's another picnic area. And the pathway where you can ride bikes along the side here. A little bit more playground equipment. And another pathway going around Lake Chippegan. And a view from the north end of Lake Chippegan. In the winter, this breeze is pretty solid, and you can go skating there. That's where I basically learned to skate. And there's lots of geese and their goslings. And some ducks and ducklings. I think there was 10 there. And another pathway through the woods around the lake. It's all kinds of trees, and birds, plants, whatever you're into looking at. There's some turtles on a log there. There's a little island in the lake. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty gnarly looking tree. Kind of cool. And you can watch the gorgeous sunset to finish your day off. Thank you for watching.